Welcome back to Nobody's Corner. We're going to continue the lighting product reviews, specifically along the lines of the 4.7's Mini 123 in a long-term usage review and also a disassembly and battery replacement guide. This is for one of my hobbies, cycling. This is, if you can see, very well used. The logo used to be right here. Output used to be right here. You can still see the logo of this Niterider Minute 600. 600 lumens, which when I bought it was very good. You didn't see very many things in this form factor, this size, compact, for very many more lumens than this. Now, I've had this for, I want to say, 7 years. It's 2018, so yeah, about 7 years. First used it on my mountain bike, used it on my road bike. It comes with a handlebar mount, quick disconnect right here. I don't have the mounts with me right now because they're on the bikes. The reason it's off the bikes is because this is not working. And I'll show you why. This is power button right here. As you can see one of the problems as well there with the emitter cone, a little bubbled up. But let me show you. So this is the internal cage. Obviously I've disassembled this. And well, there's no battery in it. How's it going to work without a battery? Well, I've got the battery over here. And this is a rechargeable 18650. Looks like Panasonic. Yep, right there. Panasonic. Made in Japan. In the capacity of 2900 milliamps, 3.6 volts, standard stuff. And this has given up the ghost. I probably cycled this 2,000 or 3,000 times, I want to say, with good success. Ran it all the way down, ran it partially down. I would usually have a charger because of the way this charges. It's very easy to charge this back up. Well, it was until this kicked the bucket. Let's put that right there. Move that in. So this is where that 18650 lived for all its time once I purchased the light. And you can see down below there's a PCB with controllers and such. At the end there you can see the mini USB, not the micro USB. We'll have to excuse the jet in the background. Live in the path of an airport. This upper PCB is just connected via wire here, and it's got also the button that corresponds to this little jelly bean right there. See, the transfers right there. You can see that. Right onto that. Can't really hear it. It's not a loud click. It's just a little bit of feedback on there. Show you this. I used it so much that little bottom part of the USB port has started to form outward. Of course, this has waterproofing. That USB is protected by this rubber cap. I don't recall offhand what the rating was for it. Goes on with 3 Allen bolts or Allen screws, whatever you want to call them. From the case to the emitter and the chassis on the inside, you also have this rubber gasketing that has survived very well. Winter, sun, heat, water. What didn't survive was the, I don't believe it's anodization on this aluminum. I think it was paint. Usually anodizing survives much better. You can see it's pretty much bare there. Let's look at the emitter again. There we go. See that bubbling? This was kind of a multifaceted, you can see right there, those ridges going along the cone used to be what I would describe as facets. It wasn't an orange peel, and it was not a smooth, I mean, it was smooth, but it was not perfectly conical. It was faceted like the bottom of a diamond. If any of you have diamond rings, diamond earrings, you know what I'm talking about. The rear of the stone has facets that go around the bottom to create that cone. And that's pretty much what this had. It's supposed to be a Cree emitter head there. 600 lumens again. It would run for an hour and a half, about 90 minutes at full bore. I normally wouldn't have to use it on max. It had medium, which I believe was 200 lumens. It had, I'm sorry, that's low. I believe was 200 lumens. I believe medium was either 350 or 400, and then full bore, high, was 600 lumens. It also had a strobe. So if you didn't want to completely blind anybody, put it on strobe, save somebody's eyesight a little bit, because this looks like a motorcycle or a car coming down the road. I would have vehicles flashing their high beams, and then when they saw I was a cyclist coming down the road, they'd, give their apology waves because they thought I was a car with the high beams on. That's how good this light was. I think it still is. I've got another one of these on order, and I'm going to see if I can get something even higher than this. I looked for this spec just to make sure that it's the battery that gave up the ghost. That's what I believe, because nothing really has ever gone wrong with this. It's been dropped, it's been in water, it's been in rain, it's been in freezing conditions, it's been in super hot conditions, 80, 90 degree summer nights where I live are very, very common. So it's taking a lot of abuse. This massive heatsink would do its job. It would pull massive amounts of energy away from that LED because that LED was pumping out so much. And I'm very reticent to replace this with a newer model because I like this so much. And I don't want to change my cables and all sorts of, I don't even know if they use the same mounting brackets. Why deal with it? Just order a $8 battery rather than a new $120 lamp. And it's pretty good. You can see there's some design into this. If you can see that there's an offset there. This is off center because they have the battery in there. They don't want it to move around. On the inside of the case, there's a rail right there. That rail kept this inside there. Kept it from shaking out. Also gives that, a good amount of space for heat. These batteries get hot when they're getting depleted very, very fast. On that 90-minute runtime for the max, this thing I'm sure was cooking. Again, this is nobody's corner.